Hey everyone, feeling festive. I sure am. The holidays are almost here, and it looks like you guys are too because you sent in a whole bunch of sources about Christmas movies.
I guess you could say we're diving into a winter wonderland of cinematic delights.
Exactly. We've got everything from those Reddit threads where everyone's debating the best and most underrated Christmas movies to like a ranked list of holiday
Right. And
favorites.
don't forget that sneak peek at what Hallmark's cooking up for us this year.
Oh yeah, we've got the inside scoop on their holiday lineup.
Yeah.
So much to unpack.
Where do you want to start?
Well, one thing that caught my eye was this Reddit thread where someone pointed out that a bunch of classic Christmas movies are all set in the same place.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Like Home Alone, Christmas Vacation, even Christmas with the Cranks. They're all in the Chicago suburbs.
Mm.
And it got me thinking, like, is there something about that setting that just screams Christmas?
It's actually not a coincidence at all. You've got to remember John Hughes, the guy behind all those iconic 80s movies. He was basically in love with Chicago.
Ah, makes sense.
Grew up there, and his movies are like love letters to the city.
Yeah, I can definitely see that in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Exactly. But it goes beyond just Ferris Bueller. He kind of created this whole world in his Christmas movies, too. You know, those quirky, relatable families experiencing the holidays against a backdrop of snowy streets and those charming suburbs.
So it's not just the setting
Well,
itself. It's like the whole vibe that Hughes brought to those movies,
right.
a kind of warmth and humor that just fits perfectly with the holiday spirit.
You hit the nail on the head. It seems like you're also on the hunt for some Christmas movies that are a little less traditional,
Yeah, for sure.
something outside the box.
Yeah.
You flagged some interesting ones from those Reddit threads.
Oh, yeah, those were fun.
Like Klaus, The Ref,
Mhm.
even The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Don't forget 8-Bit Christmas.
Oh, yeah. That one's a gem. What is it about those films that grabbed your attention?
I think it's the element of surprise.
Hmm.
You know, they take that familiar holiday setting, but then they throw in these unexpected genres, like heartwarming animation, cynical comedy, even action-packed thrills.
Right.
And a lot of them, especially 8-Bit Christmas, just ooze nostalgia.
Oh, for
It's
sure.
like they're taking us back to our childhood Christmases.
You know, nostalgia is a powerful force during the holidays. It brings up all those feelings of comfort, joy, connection.
It's a warm, fuzzy blanket on a cold winter night.
Exactly. And these films, they give us a chance to relive those memories and maybe even see them in a whole new light.
Love that. Okay, we've talked about nostalgic favorites, but there's one movie we can't avoid talking about. It's the Die Hard debate.
Oh, yeah, that's a classic.
Is it a Christmas movie or not? IMDb has it ranked pretty high on their Christmas movie list, but the Reddit threads are a war zone.
People get really passionate about this one.
They do. It's funny, though, because it makes you really think about what makes a Christmas movie a Christmas movie. Does it have to have Santa reindeer carols? Or is it more about setting the themes of family and redemption?
Yeah, it's deeper than just the surface stuff.
Die Hard might be all about action, but it does take place on Christmas Eve.
Mm.
And you've got that family trying to reconnect. So maybe there's more to it than meets the eye.
There are definitely some Christmas elements woven in there.
Some of those Reddit dads are already planning their Die Hard watch parties with their kids.
Yeah.
Like it's a family tradition in the making.
That's awesome. But what elevates Die Hard beyond just an action flick that happens to be set during Christmas? What do you think?
Well, besides the setting and the family element, there's something about the way it looks.
Yeah,
You know,
the visuals.
yeah. Like that contrast between the sleek, modern skyscraper and all the Christmas decorations. And the way they focus on those little moments of tenderness in the middle of all the chaos.
Right.
And even the music.
Yeah.
Like you've got Christmas songs playing while all this crazy action is going down. It creates a really unique atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a blend of the familiar and the unexpected. You're right.
Okay, let's switch gears for a second and talk about something a little more heartwarming. Animated Christmas classics.
Oh, I love those.
Me too. Your stack included some all-time greats, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, A Charlie Brown Christmas, and The Snowman.
Classics for a reason.
They really are. What do you think it is about these movies that makes them so appealing to people of all ages?
It's the magic of animation. It captures that childlike sense of wonder so perfectly, especially during the holidays.
Yeah, it's like we're stepping into a world where reindeer can fly, snowmen come to life, and the spirit of Christmas is just everywhere.
And what's really cool is how these movies manage to blend that sense of wonder with some pretty deep themes.
Oh, totally. Like Rudolph isn't just about a reindeer with a shiny nose. It's about acceptance and celebrating what makes you unique.
And Charlie Brown Christmas tackles that whole commercialism thing head on, you know. the struggle to find the real meaning of the holidays.
They make you think even while they're entertaining you. It's pretty impressive.
They really do strike that balance well.
Okay, let's break down Rudolph for a second. It's more than just a cute story. It's about overcoming adversity, embracing your differences, and finding where you belong.
And that whole island of misfit toys thing?
Oh my gosh. Such a powerful metaphor.
Right. For anyone who's ever felt like they don't fit in.
It's like a big hug for everyone who's ever felt a little different.
It reminds us that what we see as flaws can actually be our strength.
And that true belonging comes from embracing who you really are. I love that.
Me too. Now, a Charlie Brown Christmas is a whole different vibe.
Oh, yeah. It's got that jazzy score, and it's surprisingly melancholic.
But in a good way.
In a really good way. It captures that feeling of being let down when the holidays become all about shopping and stuff.
It's relatable.
So relatable. Like Charlie Brown is just trying to find the real meaning of Christmas, and I think we've all been there.
It reminds us to focus on the things that really matter.
Love, compassion, generosity.
Exactly.
Right.
And that scene where Linus recites the nativity story,
Oh my gosh. Chill.
it's like a moment of pure sincerity in all the holiday chaos.
It's the heart of the holiday.
You're right. These animated classics that touch on those universal themes that just never get old.
And they do it with so much charm and artistry.
It's no wonder they're still so beloved today.
They really are like old friends you get to visit every year.
Bringing comfort, familiarity, and joy.
It's the best.
Yeah.
And those feelings are what make Christmas movies so special.
They really are.
They take us to this magical world of wonder and heartwarming moments.
A world where everyone can feel the spirit of the season. You make a great point.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground, but we haven't even touched on the brand new Christmas movies coming out this year.
Oh, yeah. We've got that article about Hallmark's holiday lineup.
And let me tell you, they're going all out this year.
Hallmark knows how to do Christmas, right?
They do. What stood out to you about their lineup this year?
It's like they've got this secret formula for churning out feel-good Christmas movies.
Yeah. But looking at this year's lineup, it seems like they're trying to spice things up a bit, experimenting with different settings and stories.
Oh, definitely. Still got that classic Hallmark feel, though.
For sure. Like, we've got a 90s Christmas, which throws in some time travel.
Yeah. Sounds intriguing.
A holiday touchdown. A Chiefs love story.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they're trying to rope in the football fans.
And the Christmas Quest, which is set in Iceland, that sounds a little more adventurous than your typical Hallmark romance.
Yeah. It's like they're branching out.
I think part of it might be that everyone's talking about diversity and representation these days.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hallmark has gotten some criticism in the past for not being inclusive enough.
I've heard that too.
So maybe they're trying to address that with these new movies. More diverse casts, different settings.
Yeah, like Holiday Touchdown even has cameos from Kansas City Chiefs players and their coach Andy Reid. Talk about a Hallmark first.
That's pretty cool. But beyond representation, I wonder if it's also about the kinds of stories people want to see now.
You mean like reflecting what's going on in the world?
Exactly. Think about some of the classic Christmas movie themes, Financial stress, the importance of community, the longing for simpler times.
Yeah. Like Christmas with the Cranks, where they try to skip Christmas altogether.
Right. Or National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation with Clark Griswold going all out, even though he can't really afford it.
They're funny, but they also touch on some real stuff.
Totally. Like those anxieties we all feel, especially during the holidays. It can be a stressful time.
Definitely.
Whoa.
And you see those themes popping up in some of Hallmark's newer movies, too.
Oh, for sure.
Characters dealing with job losses, relationship problems, the pressure to live up to family expectations.
It's not all sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah, they're acknowledging that life can be messy even during the holidays.
And maybe that's what makes them relatable, They're still feel-good movies, but with a touch of realism.
Yeah, it's a nice balance, I think.
It's like that comfort food you love, but with a little twist.
I like that.
Yep.
Okay, but let's talk about something totally different. The international Christmas movies in your stack.
Oh, yeah. Those are fun.
We've got Joyeux Noël from France,
Yep.
Tokyo Godfathers, which is a Japanese animated movie, and even Hallmark's The Finish Line, which is set in Finland.
It's like a Christmas movie world tour.
It is. What do you think is driving this interest in international Christmas movies?
I think people are curious about how other cultures celebrate the holidays.
Yeah, it's like a window into different traditions and customs.
Like Joyeux Noël takes place during World War I, and it shows that Christmas truce in 1914.
Oh, well, I've read about that.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
the soldiers from both sides stopped fighting to celebrate Christmas together.
It's an amazing story about finding common ground, even in the middle of a war.
And the way they show it in the movie is so powerful. Like when the soldiers come out of the trenches, hesitant at first, but then with this growing sense of camaraderie.
Yeah, and the snow-covered landscape, it becomes this neutral space where they can connect as human beings,
And the music plays a big part too. You've got those Christmas carols being sung in different languages.
creating this sense of unity.
It's a reminder that music can break down barriers,
Mm.
especially during a time of year that's all about celebrating together.
Love that. Okay, but it's not just Joy Noel that uses music to create this powerful emotional experience. Tokyo Godfathers is another great example.
That was pretty intense for an animated movie.
I know. It deals with homelessness, poverty, the search for belonging.
Heavy stuff.
Yeah, but the music adds this layer of warmth and humanity to the story. It's a beautiful blend of traditional Japanese music and modern orchestral arrangements.
I've heard good things about the soundtrack.
It's worth checking out, for sure. So it seems like these international Christmas movies are doing more than just showing us different cultures.
Oh, yeah.
They're exploring these universal themes that we can all connect with.
Like the search for connection, the power of compassion, the importance of finding hope even in the toughest situations.
Exactly. And they prove that a Christmas movie doesn't have to have snow and Santa Claus to be heartwarming and meaningful.
And maybe they'll even inspire people to watch more movies from different countries.
Yeah, broaden their horizons.
Get a taste of how other cultures tell stories.
It's like a cultural exchange through movies.
I love that idea. So we're not just watching movies, we're learning and expanding our perspectives.
And that's a pretty awesome gift,
Yeah.
especially during the holiday season.
It is. And it's something we can carry with us long after the movie ends.
Well said.
Yeah.
Okay, so we started with that question about what makes a Christmas movie a Christmas movie.
And we've gone on quite a journey.
We have. From those classic tropes to those hidden gems, from international films to the magic of animation.
It's been a fun exploration of holiday cinema.
We've learned about how Christmas movies are changing, how they reflect different cultures, and the power they have to connect with us on a deeper level.
And hopefully we've given everyone some new movies to add to their watch list.
Speaking of which, we haven't even talked about those animated Christmas classics.
Oh, yeah. Those are a must-watch every year.
From Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer to A Charlie Brown Christmas, these movies just never get old. What do you think is the secret to their timeless appeal?
It's animation. You know, it has this way of bringing us back to that childlike sense of wonder and possibility. Like anything can happen, especially during the holidays.
Totally. It's like we're transported to this world where reindeer can fly and toys come to life, and the spirit of Christmas is just everywhere you look.
And it's amazing how these animated classics, they manage to blend that sense of wonder with some really complex themes, you know?
Yeah. Like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer isn't just a cute story about a reindeer with a shiny nose. It's also about accepting yourself and celebrating what makes you different.
And A Charlie Brown Christmas, it tackles that whole issue of commercialism, you know? That struggle to find the real meaning of the holidays.
Right. They make you think while you're being entertained, which is pretty impressive.
It really is a delicate balance.
Okay, so let's talk about Rudolph for a second. I mean, it's a story about overcoming adversity,
Yeah.
embracing your differences, and finding where you belong.
It's powerful stuff.
And the island of misfit toys. Come on.
I know.
What a brilliant metaphor for anyone who's ever felt like they don't quite fit in.
Absolutely. It's like saying it's okay to be different.
Yeah. It's a reminder that what we might see as flaws can actually be our strengths.
And that being yourself is the best way to find where you truly belong.
No, A Charlie Brown Christmas, it's got a totally different vibe.
Yeah, it's a little more melancholic.
But in a good way. Like it captures that feeling of disappointment when the holidays become all about the stuff and the shopping.
That's relatable.
Super relatable. Poor Charlie Brown. He just wants to find the true meaning of Christmas. And I think we've all felt that way at some point.
It reminds us to look beyond the presents and the decorations and focus on what really matters.
Love, compassion, generosity, the good stuff.
Exactly. And that scene where Linus recites the nativity story.
Oh my gosh. Gives me chills every time.
It's such a pure and sincere moment in the midst of all the holiday chaos.
It's the heart of it all, you know?
You're right. These animated classics, they really touch on those timeless themes that resonate with everyone, no matter what age you are.
And they do it with such artistry and humor.
It's no wonder they're still so popular today.
It's like they're part of the family, you know? You get to see them every year.
They bring that sense of comfort and familiarity and joy.
And that's what makes Christmas movies so special. They take us to this world of magic and wonder and warmth.
A world where everyone can feel the spirit of the season.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, I think it's time to wrap up our Christmas movie deep dive.
It's been quite a journey.
It has. We've gone from those classic tropes to those hidden gems, from international films to the magic of animation.
We've seen how Christmas movies have evolved, how they reflect different cultures, and how they connect with us on a deeper level.
And hopefully we've given everyone some new movies to check out this holiday season.
So grab your hot cocoa, gather your loved ones, and settle in for a cozy night of Christmas movie magic.
And may your holidays be filled with joy, laughter, and all those heartwarming moments that make this time of year so special.